I'd now like to welcome Fiona Giles. That's you. I'm going to introduce you, Fiona. You are the RMAC Project Officer, and Fiona works at Chowla and other floodplain sites in the Riverland. Her work on the Chowla floodplain involves supporting and coordinating the involvement of the First Peoples of the River Murray and Mallee region in monitoring and management of the site. So Fiona is going to highlight Chowla's Indigenous Partnerships Program. Thank you, Fiona. Welcome.
Hi everyone. For those that don't know me, my name's Fiona Giles. I was with Department of Environment for about 10 years, but now I'm with RMAC as Project Officer. And I'm just here to talk about the Indigenous Partnerships Program. We haven't been here for 20 years, but we've been here half at that time. The River Murray Mallee Aboriginal Corporation is the PBC that represents all the First Peoples of the River Murray and Mallee region. The Indigenous Land Use Agreement, that's the map. On this right side is the map of our Indigenous Land Use Agreement between the government and the Indigenous people from here. Chowilla is in the blue, right in the top above Renmark. Chowilla also lies over into New South Wales, so we have to acknowledge the Marora and Barkindji people over the border as well. Could I pass this way?
Yep.
Thank you.
This is working if you want to press it.
Yeah. So through the First Peoples Working Group, from our native title rights were recognised in 2011. In 2013, the First Peoples Working Group was formed. From that, there was a handful of traditional owners that met with Jewett Catarapco to discuss future projects and opportunities for First Peoples in due projects. The First People Working Group meetings are now more structured and officially held every 2 months. The First People Working Group consists of the RMAC directors and their nominated family or community member that meet with Jew and the Landscape Board staff. And they're all the projects that we've been involved in through the working group. Through the working group, we've also been involved in Aboriginal waterways assessments, which are assessment from a cultural perspective on the cultural use, access and the river health. And we've done over 20 of these on Chowilla since 2016. Coombel Swamp, a couple of years ago, we had a successful water event. Coombel Swamp had a number of swans nesting in that area. They was ready to release the water, but we stopped them from releasing the water so that the eggs could hatch and the little young ones can fly away. Yeah, so we've also had on-country tours in 2022, 2023. We had the Sari electro-fishing in 2023, and the on-country tour in 2022 was when the rangers were first started and they did their first monitoring with the ecologists, such as Grace and Luke. Also, Chowilla has the most number of live scar trees within South Australia. So we hold a lot of our tree health training sessions. Not only with the rangers, we train them, we train also the working group members. So we've got the 2 photos, the rangers undertaking the scar tree training and the working group members undertaking the training down Martins Bend. And they're a couple of the people that go out and do the actual scar tree health monitoring. The ARMAC Rangers were established in March of 2022. They are contracted for the next 2 years to support the ecological monitoring of the Chowilla floodplain. The Rangers have undertaken over 350 hours of monitoring just in 2023 and 24. The Rangers have supported the small-bodied fish and tadpole monitoring and frog call surveys. This has involved them learning a range of skills, including species identification, measuring and staging tadpole development, net pulling and frog call recognition. The Rangers have also shared their local and cultural knowledge with the ecologists, making it a valuable partnership for both parties. The Rangers have also developed heritage conservation plans for the reburial of ancestral remains at Hancock Creek, Lake Limbra, the lunettes around Lake Limbra and Punker Creek. So that's Suicide Bridge. That's where the four-wheel drives were driving over ancestral remains on that. Could we change the next slide? And the Hancock Creek track, that was the original track, but there was remains in the middle of that track, so we've had to remove the mounds, flatten it out and put sticks and logs so nobody's allowed to drive on that track at all no more. And in around that area, Hancock Creek, there was also 11 remains, ancestral remains that needed to be reburied. So we used the jute mesh, logs, grabbed the plants and flowers and that and just put them down so that the plants could grow and hold that mesh down and stabilise the soil. So we've done a lot of repatriation stuff out at Chowilla as well. And Chowilla, to us First Peoples, Chowilla means place of many ghosts. And it's quite understandable when you see all the remains that are out on country that are just being driven over and nobody knows that they're even there. And that's a photo from the flood in 2022 when it was peak. Lock 6, you can't even see it, but that's the homestead and the lock. Thank you. Have we got any questions? Any questions? Any questions, anybody? Please ask me a question. So it looks like I've done my job. Mr. Sharley, have you got a question for me?
Just fishing for you to see if there are. Just a quick question here. With the young rangers that are undertaking the work, do you see opportunities for this to lead to careers for them?
Exactly. We've just gone into a funding opportunity for junior rangers. So that's in the plans to get into the schools to start, on the younger ones that are high school leavers.
Okay, please thank Fiona.